Hello friends, welcome to Linden-Linthicum United Methodist Church. Do you remember your high school Shakespeare studies? There was a question that was asked in Romeo and Juliet, what's in a name? Remember that? I was thinking about that as the United Methodist General Conference is meeting in these 2 weeks. What's in a name? What's in the name United Methodist? I listened to the worship this morning and Bishop Oliveto was preaching and she introduced me to a word that I've never heard before. It was Metho-Nerd. Have you ever heard that before? Metho-Nerd. It's being a nerd is always having too much knowledge or an awful lot of knowledge in a specific area. And so she says, I'm a Metho-Nerd. And she said some of y'all are too. So General Conference is our happy place. We can get that on together. But the name of something can mean a lot. And I was thinking about Christian community throughout history, really. If you remember when the church first started, they were talked about as people belonging to the way, which I think is an interesting way of talking about the church. People belonging to the way, a way of life, a way of being, a way of acting in the world. And it seems when it's put that way that the way you live, orthopraxy, is even more important than what you believe, orthodoxy. The way, people belonging to the way. And then we think about our own tradition. If you remember the word Methodist, well, that was kind of slapped on John and Charles Wesley and their followers. And it wasn't slapped on kindly. It was, oh, those Methodists. And the Methodists said, yeah, that's right, we have a method. We study and worship and we hold one another accountable and we hold out our hands in love and service to the world. It is our method to connect with God and to connect with each other, and that's okay. If you want to make fun of us for it, that's fine, but we think it's a really good way to be a follower of Jesus. It was pejorative. Bishop Oliveto was talking in her sermon today about reclaiming the name of United Methodism. You know, the United Methodist Church has gotten a lot of bad press for a long time, and we brought it on ourselves in so many ways. We have become a church of division, a church of folks who can't get along with one another, a church who excludes, a church that just has a lot of troubles. I was talking to someone not so many years ago who ended up deciding that this was a really neat church, LLUMC, but had decided in her search that she wasn't going to look at the United Methodist Church because of what she had read in the press. But yet she drove by here all the time and thought, well, I should go in. And when she came in, what she encountered with this congregation was not what she had read in the press. How is it that we can reclaim our name so that being a United Methodist, once again, stands for something that is positive? A phrase that Bishop Oliveto used was being a witness of love. Isn't that what we want to be in the world? To be a witness of love. The kind of love that we have received from God through Christ, which gives us life and offers us the opportunity every day to be redeemed, to be made whole. Don't we want to share that with others, to be a witness to that kind of love in the world? What's in a name? All kinds of things, but maybe this is the day when we take on, once again, some pride in being who we are denominationally as people of faith, that the United Methodist Church means that, yes, we love God, and yes, we love our neighbors, and we do those things together, and we want to be a witness of love in the world. That's who I want to be, and I hope you do too. Thanks be to God. Amen.